Just follow the happy feet.
Hello. Do you know who I am? I'm your talking friend, and I belong just to you. It means I'm always here, ready to talk to you whenever you want to play our special game together, just you and me. Would you like to start right now? All right.
To make the mushroom, start with the umbrella. And just as we get our hands over our heads, run into the middle with 5 steps. It becomes an enormous mushroom. So that we can make another, turn around and run back out, so that the mushroom will come down fast. We will then be ready to make the next one. Kneel down and be ready for the umbrella.
Hello, everyone. I'm from your telephone. We know that telephones are easy to use. However, mistakes in dialing do occur. These mistakes waste a lot of time and can cause someone else to be inconvenienced and probably irritated. I'd like to tell you about a few pointers to be followed in dialing. Always be sure that you have the right number. It saves time while dialing. Now, let's use this demonstration model to dial our number. Always listen for the dial tone. Oh. Now, let's dial the number we looked up and made a note of. 49944044970. Now be sure to dial the first 2 letters, then the 5 numbers. For example, for 449944970, dial 99447099. Notice that I brought my finger until it firmly touched the finger stop. And now I remove my finger. Now, failure to bring your finger with each pull of the dial may cause you to reach a wrong number. These mistakes waste a lot of time. The same can happen if you force my finger. Oh, my finger. An important point to remember when dialing O or 70, you will find the O next to my finger on the left side of the dial. The numeral O is probably irritated with the word operator. Soon after you dial, you will hear the ringing signal. Oh, now let the telephone ring for at least a minute to give the person you're calling time to answer. About 10 rings. If the number dialed is busy, you will hear the familiar busy signal. Oh, 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 oh. Now, when you hear this signal, hang up, hang up, hang up. Oh, my finger. Now, those of you with the party line may listen for the dial tone and hear conversation probably irritated, or the ringing signal. When this occurs, wait a reasonable length of time before you hang up, hang up, hang up. Now, those of you with the party line refer to the complete number while dialing. For this purpose, you can get a free personal numbers booklet from your telephone business office. Remember, before dialing, make sure you have the correct number. If not, these mistakes waste a lot of time and can cause someone else to be inconvenienced and probably irritated. Now, now, if you dial before you hear no number at all, then dial the first 2 letters and the 5 numerals which make up the complete number. Make a note of the numbers you frequently call. Now, let's review these dialing pointers again. W, O, W, 4, 9, 4, 9, 7, 7, O, my finger. If at any time you wish to review dial procedure, you will find instructions in the front of your directory. Follow these suggestions and you will save time and be probably irritated.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Wish you a Happy New Year.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm so full of cake.
Hi. How are you, dear?
If I eat any more cake, I'd have to vomit first.
Well, listen, I don't know how to explain it any other way.
I love cake. I can't be any clearer than that.
Yes, well, you're 2 days late.
I love cake. I'll eat every cake in New York City.
But I expect that of you.
I can't even go into bakeries anymore because I'll eat all the cake.
Well, look, you can't win them all, you know.
I'll say, where's the cake? Give me the cake. Get the cake.
Oh, yeah, I say.
And they say, we know how very much you love cake, and we know you very rarely have the money for any of our cake. So get out of here, because you can't afford our cake. So get out of here, you can't afford the cake.
That's what I like to hear, good things.
I'll punch somebody in the head for some cake.
Oh,
Give me all your cake.
she's decided she wanted to eat a bowl of cornflakes and bananas.
I love cake.
She's eating it now.
Give me the cake.
All right, dearie.
Now.
Keep in touch with her. You know your grandmother's 84 years old.
I love cake.
You know, we won't be around very long.
I love it.
You stay well, and I love you very much.
All right. What's your name? All right. What's your name? All right. All right. What's your name? What's your name? All right. Oh, that's a nice name.
Once upon a time, a little old man and a little old woman lived in a neat little house in a wood. He had raisins for eyes, a currant for his nose, and a pink sugar candy waistcoat. When he was done, the little old woman laid him on the table and went out into the yard to water the flowers. As soon as she was out of sight, the man sat up on the table. Seeing that no one was around, he climbed down and ran out the door and away down the path. The little old woman saw him. "Stop! Stop!" But the man only laughed, and with that he ran even faster, with a little old woman running behind him. When a gentle brown cow saw the man running down the road, she thought how good he would taste, so she cried, "Stop! Stop!" But the man only laughed.
Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I got away from the little old woman. And I can get away from you. I can.
And he ran faster than ever, with a little old woman and the gentle brown cow after him. Then he saw a big brown bear eating honey from a tree, and he knew that he would have to run even faster. So the bear cried,
"Stop! Stop!"
But the man drew a deep breath and laughed and cried out,
Run, run, as fast as you can. And I got away from the little old woman. And I can get away from you. I can.
And on he ran, with the little old woman, the gentle brown cow, and the big brown bear all running after him. At last the man saw a river before him, but a wily red fox was sitting near the river. He decided that he would eat him.
Oh, no,
declared the fox.
I am getting wet.
And snip, snip, the fox gobbled him up. And that is just what should happen to all men.
Oh, well, you are going to have to...
You may do.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, them shuffling along.
That's what she was saying. She was going to sing that last one.
I can't get it. You see, I didn't know you were going to make me do this or out of
Just
practice.
Nobody's made to enjoy it.
Come home, Miss Robert E. There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, Mom. Now.
Oh, that's okay, Wilson.
You know, I play by ear.
I know you're doing it. It's a darn good
It's the one you know, darling. You remember the one that I like? No, there's another one. Oh.
Right, yeah.
Do you have any brothers and sisters? How old are they? What cowboy on television do you like best? How old are they? What's your favorite story? Have you ever had an ice cream soda? You know you can play this game with your best friend, too.
Hello, I'm Don Mex, and I'd like to share with you some of the highlights of a new program, highly unique and aimed specifically at trend-setting home builders. You are about to hear a bright and sprightly 7-minute miniature musical that tells its own story, and you will recognize the voice, though not necessarily the name, of Adams, one of the most popular voices on radio and television. The cover jacket will give you all the details, and some delightful dinner music is on the reverse side, which we also hope you will enjoy.
And away we go.
An octopus down in the Chesapeake found a case of beer, and he said, I guess a peak wouldn't hurt. So he took just a peek, and it was full of beer. Though every bottle was identical, there he sits with one in every tentacle. That poor squid's such a mixed-up kid, but the point is very clear. It's as simple as this: when you've got a thirst,
it doesn't matter which one you drink first, if it's beer, you'll like the taste of beer.
On the shores of the Chesapeake Bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program comes to you through the courtesy of Whiffenlap's oversized, overstuffed trestle benders, guaranteed to cure falling of the room rent, flat feet, and galloping dandruff. Whiffenlap's trellis benders bring you the man in the gutter. The man in the street. Howdy, folks. We're out in front of Hartford's car barn. Stand aside a bit, folks, and let the horse cars by. Here's a lady, I think. Howdy, ma'am. May I ask your name?
Mrs. Moss.
Do you live in Hartford?
Yes, I do.
What is your reaction to the Einstein theory?
Well, he sure made a pile of money by selling things at bargain prices in San Francisco.
So you have been in San Francisco. What did you think of the two bridges out there?
I thought there were 3 of them, counting Harry. Well, what I could see of the other 2, they were fine.
What do you mean, what you could see of them?
Well, they have a sort of an opaque mist out there. Oregon mist, I think they call it. Mist Oregon and hit California.
You don't mean fog?
Heavens, no, they don't have fog.
Don't they have earthquakes?
No, but they had a fire that shook all the buildings down.
Did you get to see Los Angeles?
No, I tried to, but couldn't get a passport.
Well, before you leave, Mrs. Moss, we have a quiz for you. Try and guess the name of the flower this song represents. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do.
A rose?
Well, you were close. It's a tulip. Anyhow, thanks, and here's your prize, a ton of coal. Just take it home with you.
Thank you.
Say, can you recite any poems? Can you sing any songs? Well, how about learning a song with me right now?
Oh, the inky-dinky spider went up the garden spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the inky-dinky spider went up the spout again.
Friends, it won't be long now until your phones are ready to serve you. And I know you're as glad as I am that we're going to have an as up-to-date telephone system here as any in America. Now, most of you are acquainted with what a telephone looks like because nearly all of the installations have been made in your homes. But lots of other work has been going on around town too, as you probably noticed. The wiring that runs to your homes has been checked. Things were happening behind the scenes too. In fact, the planning and the work on your new system has been underway for some time. Our engineers drew up the plans for the new equipment months ago. It was built to these specifications in factories. Telephone equipment is pretty much standard throughout the whole system, but each community has its own telephone needs. Not only for today, but for years to come. Sometimes new buildings are required to hold equipment. In these cases, we try to have them harmonize with the surroundings. It took a lot of time for our men to install equipment, and it took many days to put the new telephones in your homes. A little later on, I'm going to ask Miss White of our department to demonstrate how to make a call with your telephone. But right now, I want you to listen to a man who has been working on the job of getting service ready for use. I'd like Mr. Johnson of our department to get up and tell you what happens.
I am the announcer and I'm here to say you can't use this tape just any old way. Not any old way. Just any old way. You see it has a copyright and that means people get uptight. Tat. Say uptight.
Uptight.
Yeah, uptight.
Uptight.
If you dub copy, try to duplicate it. So please don't fold, spindle, mutilate. Don't mutilate it. Don't mutilate it. Don't spindle.
Don't spindle it.
Don't fold.
Don't fold it. If you dub copy, try to duplicate it. So please don't fold, spindle, mutilate it.
I guess I don't have to draw you a map. You've got the message from my disclaimer rap. Say rap.
Did he say rap, girlfriend?
Disclaimer. I said rap. Don't be ashamed of it. Disclaimer.
Disclaim it.
Don't be ashamed of it.
Disclaim it.
Hey, where you going? Hey, you down there in front. I haven't finished throwing down.
No, girlfriend, where
Keep
you
your
going?
seat. Keep that belt fastened too. I ain't done with my stuff yet. That's right, stuff yet. I got 4 minutes and 37 seconds left on this tape. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left on this tape. Yeah, you on the clock now. Listen to all of it. You're on Jean Montet.
We go now. We go now.
Word to the corporate.
And now Miss White will give you some pointers on using your telephone. Miss White.
Now, I'm sure that most of you have used a telephone before. Suppose you've got a number you want to call. What's the first thing you do? Pick up your telephone and dial the number, 666. Hang up as carefully as possible and try again after you've waited a reasonable time. Or you may need help. Then let go. I'm sure if you follow these simple rules, you'll find telephones easy to operate, convenient to use, and really very simple. Thank you.
Hi, I'm your talking friend. Where do you live? Can you tell me your street number and what town you live in? I'll bet you even know your telephone number. See if you can say it right now. I wish I could see you. What color is your hair? What color are your eyes? Do you know how tall you are? How much you weigh? Ooh, let's play a game together. Did you know that an egg can be ever so many interesting things?
Yeah, hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri. Sorry I had to leave such a rushed message with you when we met the other day. I just want to quickly give you my phone number, and I had to get the heck out of the area. In any event, I figure I better leave you a more detailed message and explain why I approached you. I am single. I have no trouble meeting women. I mean, women approach me 6-7 times a day. But I'm very particular about what I like. You're extremely elegant. I couldn't take my eyes off of you, and your friends were very jealous. Even if they say they weren't, they were envious of the fact that I approached you, and I was very taken by you. And I'm very particular about what I like. So I'm giving you an opportunity here. I don't know if you pick up the messages on the weekend, but I'm working on a movie script, so I'm pretty much around all weekend doing that. This looks like a landline, and if it is, you may not get the message till Monday. But when you do, call me, and then we'll get together for coffee and chat and let the romance begin. You look very taken aback by my approach, and I hope that isn't timidness. I hope it was just a little bit of shock at being approached so directly, because I don't really date timid women, because I'm a very direct, very passionate, very assertive man. And I'm very particular about what I like. And I want a woman who's very independent and strong. So anyway, we'll talk about that, but I just wanted to formally introduce myself. Now I have. I leave the ball in your court. You call me as soon as you have the courage to. Okay, Olga? Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, Olga. It's Dimitri calling again, the guy from the street. I left you a message several days ago. You said you were interested. Now, here's the way I work. I don't like leaving second messages, but I like you. You're a very elegant woman. You're very attractive. But, you know, I don't play that game. I know your friends tell you not to return calls. You're playing games like you see on stupid TV shows. So here's how it's going to work. It is now 4:30 on Wednesday. I'll assume that you've already left work, because, you know, some people leave early, and I'll grant you that. But if I do not receive a phone call back from you by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, I'm no longer interested, and you can erase my number. I don't play games like that. I'm completely single. I'm very intelligent. I'm great in bed. I make great money. Believe it or not, I'm a complete catch. I've only been single 4 months. You know, when a year, it's very tough to maintain it like that, and it didn't work out. There's nothing wrong with me. Matter of fact, I'm one of the few men in the city that has nothing wrong with him. So I'm giving you that 3 o'clock deadline. If I don't hear from you, you lose my number. I'm erasing yours right now, so you won't be hearing back from me. So that's it. 3 o'clock tomorrow, or you can just completely forget it. Now, I understand if you've got other issues, like maybe you're not playing games, maybe you've had, I don't know, maybe you were abused in childhood, maybe your mother has cancer, you're going to chemo, Maybe you're just a person who's extremely frightened or has an anxiety disorder. Maybe you're on some medication for that. I don't know. There could be another issue that I'm not aware of. But nobody says call me and then doesn't return calls. It's extremely passive-aggressive. You should actually look that up, passive-aggressive personality disorder. And you let me know if you've got issues, psychological issues, if you're on any sort of medication for anxiety or depression, I'm not interested, okay? But if you're psychologically normal and you haven't called me because there's been some horrible thing that's happened in your life which prevented you, that's fine. But otherwise, don't call me, okay? Bye.
You young'uns are never satisfied these days. Folks are getting more worried about being modern than they are over 3 square meals. I'm going to call up Ed Hochstetter and find out what he thinks about all this business. Give me 344J. Thank you kindly. Hello, Ed?
Hi, sweetheart. You saved my life today.
Oh, Jenny, you know what it says here?
It's been a couple of very difficult days for me for some reason.
Oh, pshaw.
And you saved my life, I'm telling you, you did.
I said, oh, pshaw. As soon as a man gets used to one thing, by golly, somebody wants to take it away from him.
I don't even know what to say to you.
Huh? Well, get along close to your phone. Ain't gonna bite you, Ed.
Oh, I just had to talk to you right now.
I was talking about airplanes, skywriting.
I love you more than I knew that there could be. I mean, more than I used to think about what I thought it was like.
Ollie, you ain't changed a bit.
But I never dreamed it would feel like this.
Uh-huh. Yes, I did hear something about it down at the grocery store this morning.
Oh, we're not fooling around anymore, boy.
Yeah, everybody thought it was a good idea.
If that's not long enough for us.
Oh, see here, I ain't no more old-fashioned than you are.
I'm gonna be terrible. I'm sorry, but I am not ever. In the whole world, I am not.
By golly, Ed, this thing isn't hard to work.
I've got to keep it, just for a while anyway.
Real nice and clear, too, isn't it?
It's going to be just for you, and you can keep it if you want to. I mean, you can send it back if you want to, too.
I ain't going to get it, Ed.
But I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and every day looking at the mail going, oh, please, today, please, let there be something in the mail today.
God blame me if I don't think this darn thing is going to work out pretty good at that.
I love you.
Hello, this Ed Hochstetter? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, you'll receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece set, 1 piece each time. I'm going to demonstrate this to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, you might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. We'll call this here some hamburger. We'll call this a little chicken. On my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you started to eat them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Chop them up for your vegetable soup, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons. Serve with a little cracked ice like you see here. This is what they call a French curl. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, put them one on top of each other because they're garnished around. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers? You've got a pie pan in the oven? Catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen. This is known as the champeen vegetable mincing knife and noodle cutter. Making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go round the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips, and many a times you burn your fingers. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. You can pot roast these. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. You'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Serve them with your steaks, a piece of meat out of the pot, a roast chicken out of the oven. Now there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. Why, they're delicious. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating set absolutely free. Also, watch the newspapers and the theater lobby for further information. I thank you.
Hi, I'm your talking friend, 'cause I'm always ready to have fun. That's me. And I'm always ready to play with you. I know I try to be very good, but every once in a while I catch myself being naughty and have to give myself a real good spanking. Do you like to have Mommy or Daddy spank you? What for? Well, spanking's fun. We do need them sometimes. You sound nice to me.
Well, we hoped you liked that. It was a lot of horseplay.
I don't care. I like it anyway. I'll write to you this week, too.
And don't think because we don't write more often that we don't think of you and don't miss you folks and wish we were out there with you.
Yes, we do. We wish we were much closer, but we're going to save our pennies and be there again. Don't worry.
Yeah, we better save more than our pennies.
We built a fire in the fireplace tonight and then came down cellar and left it burning all by itself. We were in New Britain this afternoon. Jack Baker's mother had a birthday, and they had a little party for her. And
well, that's all there's room for on here, so goodbye, Mom, Aunt Rita, Alvin, and Lulu, and Lloyd, and Aunt Kit, and in fact, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Where are we taking?
Scene 41, rewrite take 1.
Hold it. Okay, kids.
Scene 41, rewrite take 2.
Quite a trip, wasn't it?
Hold it.
Quite a trip, wasn't it?